Hello everyone, I'm Havoc and this is Factorio Space Exploration. Before we get into the video, I'd like to go ahead and let everyone know that in the description below this video, there will be a link to my Discord and to my Twitch channel. Come join us in Discord. We really would love to have you there. I'll be putting information about videos out early as well as notifications for when I'm going to be going live streaming, so you guys can check that out down below, and let's get right into the video. Alright. Welcome back. We are right over by our cargo rocket, and I was looking up some videos on very complicated ways to read this, that, and the other, do signals, do these combinators. You got decider combinators, and you could do a whole setup like this where you read if blue belts are less than 1,000, then you output let's see, just a signal. You can output green. Keep it simple, and then you can also say, hey, if the rocket, what is it, is greater than 0. Had to think for a second. You can also output green, and then you can have this one say if green signal is greater than or equal to 2. Not 20, 2. You can output a signal. Let's see. We could pass through the count. No, that input count. That's not going to be it. You could output green. Well, you can say for this one, you can output. Well, let's say we started with belts. Output of 1, and that would say, okay, as long as there aren't 1,000 in there and the rocket is there, send the green signal out, and you can do that by combining those. And if these two were to read true, and I could do that by simply taking that, they are both now true, which means this is outputting a signal of green. And then you could have that signal hooked up to this right here, which means that this will only work if the rocket is built and there are less than 1,000. But that uses 3 decider combinators just for that one. And then I have to move down, and you can go on through, let's see, you could pass out item count on green, but that means this one is receiving an output of a lot. So that would mess this up. But anyways, there's a lot of complicated ways to go about doing it, and there's a way to make it really nice, and I think there's also a way to refine it down further. I'm not good with the signals. I don't ever really use them much. I'm learning to use them more, but I don't spend a lot of time doing it, so it's not something I'm necessarily great at. What I did instead is I have 2 separate things running on signals. This first one is going to be what stops actually going into here. So I have a little setup already going, and I told this one, hey, I want to keep 1.2k blue belts in there, because there's a chance you lose a certain percentage. You can lose a single cargo rocket piece, like the cargo pods, and you lose 10% of the load or whatnot. You can lose more than one of those if it explodes or doesn't land just right. So I want to carry a little bit more than what I need, and since I need 959, or roughly say 1,000, I'm bringing 1,200 of those, because that gives me plenty of room. I don't have to worry about it. Now I can just go down the list and continue adding in the things that I want. And I just realized it's a little bit goofy. There's a few belts that I missed. Can I clear those out and then save the blueprint? There we go. It's a little bit neater. Yeah, it's going to be like that on Factorio prints. Hope you guys don't mind that. There's a few errant things that you can mess around with. I tried to clean it up really well. I may, after this video, go and re-upload the import string to just fix those issues. let's see, what was I talking about here? Yes, so you can go down through here, and this is the quick and dirty way to do it. And you know me, quick and dirty, if it works, I'm going to go with it for about, I don't know, 6 months. Just kidding. We'll use this for a while, and I will do some more looking up online, maybe a cleaner, better way to do this over time. But I need to get each of those different items into here so that I can deliver a rocket payload to another surface that has exactly what I want in it in order to drop down a blueprint for the smelting. And then I probably want to do roughly this same ordeal with let's see, the core mining drill blueprints, and we'll do little sections like that. We'll see. I may be able to fit a lot of things into one rocket. The only issue is going to be the number of sides that I have access to for this rocket, because of the way the quick and dirty way I am going about this means that I can only do one item per lane coming in right now. I know there's a way to put, say, a requester chest here and then change the filter of the filter inserters so they only grab what's necessary to put in there. But again, that takes a lot more time and figuring things out. So let's go down through this blueprint together and pick out what we need. The next high dollar item or large quantity item is going to be the undergrounds. We're going to say, oh no, don't mess with that one. Or yes, do mess with that one. That's originally how I had it going and then thought about it. As long as they are less than 400, you can be enabled. And now we're just going to ask for 400 underground blue belts. That's an excessive amount, but I think I have full chest of these. Yeah, see, 400 already on the way. Got more than 2,000 in storage. 2,040 to be exact. And we just need to go down through here and pick each of these out. Next is going to be what? We'll just do the splitters, try and keep things with common types in the same area. So this express splitter, it was what, 60 I needed. We'll grab 100, just 2 stacks. We also need to request them here. Up next on the blueprint is going to be, we'll do probably inserters. Sounds good to me. We have the need of both filter inserters and stack inserters. We're going to say 100 filter inserters and 50 stack inserters. $100 filter inserters and then 50 stack inserters. And this I will be able to summon to multiple different planets. I'm trying to build in a modular sense even for my rocket supplies, because I'm going to be using this on as many surfaces as I can, honestly, because I want to get core mining on all of them. A lot of those are single or small items, low quantities. Let's do pipes next. 100 undergrounds, 50 regular. Make sure that I'm getting this right. I don't want to miss a section. Nope, that's supposed to be regular. Looking at less than 50. And this is supposed to be requesting stack inserters. This one's 100 undergrounds. Let's see. And then regular pipes. We'll just request 100, that's fine. think we're down to the last 3 here. What are some more important things to have? We'll go ahead and do modules next. We've got, ooh, see, here's where I could use the upgraded productivity modules, and I should reflect that in the blueprint. That way I'm using the most up-to-date productivity modules I have, which are these productivity module 4s. So we're going to have to make a trip out here and fix this. It's a bit of a flight. Almost there. Alright. Question is, can I simply place over? Oh yes, that's wonderful. Boom. So, we're going to need to remake the blueprint. Let's do... all over again. Huh, I did a good job. Need to get rid of that. Everything else, I do believe, can stay. No, yeah, I don't want the tiles, though. Well, I guess I could include it. I don't know that that's necessary. You know what? It'll make it look prettier. Why not? And then I just want to remove... Oh, okay. Hello there. What happened with my mouse? I only want to remove these bits because I don't know exactly where... Oh, no, I don't need to remove certain things. I'm messing everything up. It's okay. We will fix that later on. So that looks good. Everything for the blueprint should be fine. You don't actually need this pipe running all the way up here unless you're going to build it the same way I have the processing, which is not... I changed it around, so we could move that. We'll leave it for now. We can fix it on the first planet we land on, and I will try and update the blueprint there. But now, we've got that. We can head back down here. Why is it so dark? Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Like I said, it just seems darker than it is to me. I do have my glasses on. Afraid of the dark mod. Alright. This just means that I have to add in the concrete required for it. Why not? We'll have it look pretty on every planet. So, where were we at down here? We stopped with the pipes. We were going to do the modules. Let's go ahead and throw those to get out of here. We're looking at, we will ask just for, we'll say 100 productivity 4s and 50 of the other, of the speed. There's too many things. Where are the modules at? Down here. That's where the modules are at. Productivity 4. As long as it is less than, we were going to ask for, what, 100 of them? And then we're going to do 50 speed modules. It's the speed module 3s. Getting things moving. Why don't I have the speed module 4s yet? I have them researched. Iridium, that's right. Iridium plate. That's okay. This will help us with that. We can start core mining. Was it Forge Hammer? Oh, this is new. The latest update to space exploration. I'm glad I got to update things. I finally looked Forge hammer. Yes, you are the one that has iridite, so you'll be my first candidate for core mining and processing. Okay. That's the modules. What's the next thing that do I want? Wow, it's gonna be... I don't even know if I'll be able to fit all of the different things in here. There's 500 slots. And I need a lot just for the tiles for this blueprint. Let's keep going and see what we get. And then I may not be able to put the tiles in. And I'll have to edit the blueprint and take them out if that is the case. Or maybe just edit it when I place it down. Removing all the tiles. We are looking at power poles next. Why not? Let's do substations. 50 of them will be fine, and we will do the same thing here. I know that's way overkill, but I'll be using substations for other things on the planet as well. So that just means I'll have plenty there. Now we need to duplicate this whole setup on the other side. And we want to make sure things are flowing in the right direction, so we don't start ripping things out of our rocket. Okay. Now the fun part. A lot of clicking. I could have used bots to place this down. It automatically does this for you. Alright, we're good now. So what I want to do is copy onto all of these. That it will only run, it's only going to let items out of the chest if the rocket is made. And then the rest of these I have to go back in and manually place based off what I need. So the next item on the list is going to be our probably big power poles and then mediums. I don't even know why I have mediums in here. That's kind of interesting. We're going to roll with it and say there's a good reason for it though. So 50 big power poles, 50 mediums. And you know, actually here is where I could do this, something on the lines of, I know I don't need 50, and I don't want it to do that slightly overstacking. It has a chance to put slightly more than you need in there. In the example right here, you have 2 additional express belts in here. And look, right there's 1 extra pipe to ground, and those are eating up spaces that I don't necessarily want to eat up. So what we may do is change this to 192. Just shy of that. This one can be 392. It's going to be a little bit odd. This one can just be, we'll say 96. No, that's 86. I want 96. Did I actually do 180? No, I did 390. 50, we'll say, what, 46. Here, 96. Because I'm going to try and fit all of the tile in here if I can. And doing each of these just barely under is going to help with that. Now, I actually do need to go back and make sure that I'm not undercutting what I need, though. That's the wrong blueprint. It's the blueprint beside it. Okay. I have not undercut anything yet, which is good. $46. that'll handle those as we're loading each of them in. Same thing here. Make sure I have these circuits set right. Okay, see, 41, 41. It's doing that thing. That's all right though. We are adjusting for it now. What's next? Probably the recyclers, the core mining drills themselves. That's kind of important. Let's put those in next. Core mining drills. What page are they on? Right here. I'm going to say we want 10 sitting over here in this chest. And how many do we need for the blueprints? Oh wait, do these only stack to 1? If they only stack to 1, that's going to eat up rocket space like crazy. We are about to find out. We'll send 10. I know I only need 8, but like I said, just in case we lose a percentage of the cargo, I do want to have enough. Next up will be our recycling facilities. We need 12. Oh, finding things is getting to be a problem. Pulverizer, that's what it's called. Let's just ask for 15 sitting in the chest, and we might actually put 15 in here as well. Or 14. What's up next? The pumps will be important. Beacons, roboports, all of those things are important. Let's go with pumps themselves. That's on this page. Let's only grab about 20, and then I don't need 20. There's 6. We'll probably put 8, or we'll do 10. Why not? Those stack all the way to 50. Which there are 12 in there. I like the number 12. It's not my favorite number, but I like it. We'll go with that. We need an offshore pump. And here's where I'm just going to grab a full stack of 20 in the logic chest, but we're only going to allow, I don't know, 16 of them to be loaded. Less than a full chest? Yeah, they only stack to 1. Goodness, that eats up a lot of space. Just for the core mining drills. They are massive, so I do understand why they only stack to 1. Okay, beacons, roboports. We'll start with beacons here. And just bring 10 of them. Fine. Roboports. Now, are those the Mark III roboports? I can't tell. They sure are. Okay, good. Had to open up the blueprint just to tell. And Mark III roboports. Let's say 8. I know it only needed a couple, but we're going to load plenty of those in. Beacons. What do these stack to? They stack to 10. We'll do 8 again. The blueprint only calls for 3, but that's fine. Now we're looking at, what? Radar. Radar and the pumps, the big pressurized tanks. Radar is right here. I don't need that many. Radar, I don't know. 8. I know there's only 1 in the blueprint, so. Now, these pressurized big tanks, where are they at? Oh goodness, here they are. Okay. 10 requested. Do they stack to 10? We'll put 4 in there. I don't think there's only 2 in the blueprint. We'll put 6 in there. Okay. That's a lot of the items, but it is not all of them. There's lighting, and then there's water fill. And then maybe we have it, except for the tiles, the concrete. So let's see what we can do right down here. Let's see. I need water fill, I need lighting, and then there's 4 different kinds of tiles. If I can even fit those things in here. Why does it place it down facing that way? It's weird. Also, it's going to be a problem with power. We will just drop a really beautiful substation there. It looks great. Everyone loves it. Alright. Same deal here. We only want those activated if there's a rocket. There's a rocket. They're activated. So, water fill. What kind of water fill did I use? Because there are multiple different kinds. Now I need to see. Deep water fill. Request. Deep water fill. You can grab 100, sure. We only want 48, 46, I guess. More than enough on there. Now it's what? Lighting. Short balloon lights. Short balloon lights. Where are those at? Short balloon lights. We'll just grab a ton. I may use them all over the place in other blueprints. How are we looking? Are we close? Are we close to having all that we need? I do believe so. I think now it's just going to be down to the different types of concrete. That's where we might run into not having enough space. No, we should definitely have enough space. This is crazy looking. I love it. All these different items loaded up in here. Can we review and see if everything is on here while hovering this? We can double check just a couple items. I think so. I think we're good. Let's move down here to the tile. Different kinds of concrete. Refined hazard concrete, 100. I think there's not very much of that on here. There's 90, so we can put, say, 96 in the blueprint. We might not have enough if we do that. This one we're going to do the full 100. If it overstacks a little bit, it'll be okay. I'm worried that if it crashes, we won't have enough, and then it'll bother me that it's constantly saying you're missing just a teeny little bit. 1,000 of the regular hazard concrete. Alright, same thing up here. This is interesting. It's a good blueprint for how I can set up other rockets. It looks ridiculous. Ridiculously good. Not really. It's okay. Autosave. We'll say, what, 1,900 concrete? And same thing up here. We will load 1900. And then it is an absolute ton of just brick. What was it? 4.1 thousand? 4.2 thousand. So we're going to say 4.4 thousand. Let's just fill this thing up 5,000. Can I even hold that? No, I can't. 4,800. And that may actually be what I try and load into the rocket too. Now the question is, that should have more than enough room for that. More than enough room. What am I saying? I keep thinking these things, bricks stack to what? 100, maybe 200? I can't remember. I think it's 100, just like these. So you're talking about, what, 48 slots? That's that much? Okay, I might have drastically overestimated the amount of space that's going to take up. Which means we can, bump things up to higher numbers to make sure that we have exactly enough, or more than enough, I should say. Not exactly. More than enough than what we need when we get to the planet side. And I do want to go through and double check that everything's there. However, I'm pretty sure that's good. This will be a rocket which contains everything necessary to throw down this blueprint. Oh, you know what though? The thought just came to me. This is only for processing the regular ones. I will need to set up something totally different on every planet. Well, the bottom end processing, so the whole bottom half of this is fine. I need to move the core miners up and then have another level of processing which spits out these blank core fragments and then diverts the resources. So the iridite I'm going to be getting and a little bit of stone is going to have to be added into the stone line down here. And I didn't think about that. Okay, so I will have to adjust the numbers, but that's going to be it for today's episode. We've got our rocket pretty much ready to go. I'm going to make things more than enough, so I'm going to just kind of beef everything up so I've got plenty extra of everything, and that will help me to design what I need to design when we get planet side for when we get to Forge Hammer, so we can set up our first core mining processing to get our iridite moving and to have things ready to drop down the next blueprint, which is the processing one. So I need to get a whole nother rocket set up with all of these things, which that's even more. That is more total items by just a few. What, three different types of items? But some of these are shared between the two. So what I may do is figure out what's shared, add the numbers together, and have all of the same items on this rocket that I can fit on this rocket till we max this rocket out with the items we're going to need. And then have a second overflow rocket which has the remaining things, the knickknacks like the 2 centrifuges, fuel processor, those little odd and end things that will be specifically for the extra bits that I can't fit on this first rocket. I will work on those things and hopefully have that done by next episode, or maybe we can go through that together on next episode. That's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. If you had any comments, go down there and leave it for me to read. I do appreciate that as well. As I said at the beginning of the video, there are links to the Discord and my Twitch channel. So come join us in Discord. Really do want you there. I'll be, again, putting information out early about videos and streaming times. And I will see you all next time.